Hey, don't wake me up if I'm dreaming, but this is J. Anthony Frankie, and you're listening to On the Fly with Stevie and Gordon. Cheers.
You are listening to On the Fly.
What's up, guys? On the Fly, back again tonight, and doing something. We tried it. We tried it with on our 100th episode with Kiss, the Kiss Black Diamond album draft, and tonight we're gonna do the Tesla Coming at You Live album draft. And with me tonight, Nicole is another person from Brickshore Media, guy that's working on his music as well. And his wife may do a little bit of the music stuff. You remember our past guest, Mr. Andy Vander. With us tonight is Mr. Brian Meulen. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, Stevie?
We're good. You look at the behind over his shoulder right there.
Yeah.
If you didn't know he was a big Tesla fan, that right there would seal the deal. And that's actually what got us. What got you here tonight? Because when I interviewed Annie that night, I saw that, and we got to talking, comment back and forth, and we've been trying to set this up for a while. Finally, we got it, and tonight we're gonna find out who does Tesla best between these two albums. Who's got the better album? So let's talk a little bit about you. Growing up, what kind of music was Brian listening to growing up?
Gosh, I remember my first music experience was still on tape cassettes.
We're aging ourselves there, bud.
Right? I know. I went out and I got a ghetto blaster, right? And I bought myself the Born in the USA Springsteen,
Wow.
which I'm probably not that proud of today, but Tears for Fears.
So this is like 1984 right here. It's
right, Dire Straits, maybe. Yeah.
See, and my first musical experience was probably, and I go back even further, vinyl. That was the Kiss deal, the Destroyer album. My older cousin had it, and he showed me the cover, and I was just like 5 years old looking at the cover, and I was like, wow, these guys are awesome. And then hear the music, and like I've said in several shows, I've said several times on here, my parents were always supportive of me and my love for Kiss, but for some reason, Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy? That was off limits for me. But yet I could walk around the house, and I don't remember doing this, but I'm sure I did. Kiss has got a song that one of the lines is, "Put your hand in my pocket, grab hold to my rocket." And I mean, so that, as a 5-year-old kid, Do You Think I'm Sexy was off, but the other one was not. But Kiss was mine, and Elvis. My mom was big time Elvis fan, and she would blast it on Saturdays when she was cleaning the house. She would blast it, and I guess over the years, I've been, I guess I matured. I guess you'd say matured a little bit musically, where I've appreciated Elvis a little bit more than I used to. But so tell us how Tesla comes into the picture for you.
So for me, like Tesla back in the 80s, I heard them on the radio and I liked them. I was probably a little bit more into like Dokken back then. But I think they kind of went hand in hand. They had a similar sound, right? So I listened to a little Tesla. But then, later in life, I don't know. I got one of those Amazon Alexa things and I just got really into hair metal. And Annie always teased me because I'd get up every morning and go in the shower because that's where our Alexa is, right in the bathroom. And I'd say, play Tesla radio. So it would play Tesla and everything, everything like Tesla.
I do remember her saying that that you wore Tesla radio out.
I did. Totally wore it out for her.
Yeah, and what you're saying about Dokken and Tesla being similar, I'm right there with you. I remember Dokken under lock and key on cassette. That was the first. And about that same time, Striper became a Striper.
Christian.
Yeah, Striper with
Yeah.
To Hell with the Devil. I was like, as a kid, you're like, these guys are Christian guys. But then, I hear the opening riff of To Hell with the Devil, and I'm like, okay, this is all right. And, rest is history. I'm a big Striper fan as well. But there was so many, like you said, with hair bands. I mean, I was totally, there was hardly any life outside of hair bands for me back in the 80s. I mean, there was a little bit there, but not much. And country music was definitely off limits. I was not. If they'd be in the turning the radio and you go by a country channel, I'd be like, oh no. But as far as getting older, and I guess when Garth came out with No Fences, I started listening to country after that, and I'm a big country fan now. But Tesla, I do remember hearing, I think Changes was the first song I heard from Tesla. A friend of mine had the cassette. And then, what was it? It had to be 88. We go to see Poison play a concert on the Open Up and Say Ah tour. And Tesla is opening up. And I wasn't real, outside of the hits, I wasn't real familiar with Tesla. But that night, that was on the Great Radio Controversy. They just done that, and I mean it had just came out. So I think maybe Heaven's Trail was the first single I think that came out, but hadn't heard Love Song, nothing like that. They played Love Song that night, and I was like, holy crap, this is gonna be awesome here. And Love Song didn't come out till that was the third single, Heaven's Trail, and then Hang Tough, and then Love Song. But after that, I was like a big Tesla fan. I mean, off that album,
I think one of those Gibson Doves would look really good in this collection back here one day.
Hey, guys, while we're at it, let's let Brian slide over again a little bit. Look at this T-shirt.
All right, here we go.
Check that T-shirt out back there. That is a one of a kind on the fly T-shirt that I've never seen, never had anything to do with before. Brian texted me one day, and he's got a picture of that T-shirt up there, and I'm like, oh man, this is when we, I said, well, he's going to be on the show, so I was like, oh man, he had a T-shirt made and everything, and I was like, what? And I said, where in the world did you find that? He said, well, I ordered it from your. And I mean, this big conversation goes back and forth. I said, Brian, I've never seen that. And, he, said that there was an ad up there, a picture up there that looked like me wearing the shirt.
It did. I wish I screenshotted it.
I said, I've never seen or wore that shirt before, but that is a one of a kind. Who knows how many people out there have got on the fly shirts like that? It may be the only one in existence, but somebody got some money off on the fly off my name. So, we're coming looking for you guys. We're coming looking for you soon.
Now I feel special. I'm the only one.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, you should. It's right up there with the Tesla drum head too. That's what I like about it.
Yeah,
I'm in the Brian Meulen Hall of Fame over there.
That might be two of a kind. I'm not exactly sure. I think they actually did
signed too. Let's go ahead and get that out. That's signed too, right? That drum head, right?
It is. Yes.
Yeah, that's yes. Troy signed that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Troy signed it. Yeah. So do you want me to tell the story? I mean, that was
go
kind
ahead.
of fun.
Okay, Annie's in here now. We got to see this now.
Is she? Okay,
yeah.
I'm sure she'll correct me if
Stevie, we need an autograph on the T-shirt now. I will be happy to.
That would be cool. Yeah,
we need to all get together. We need to all get together soon, and I will definitely autograph that T-shirt. It's definitely in there. So yeah, let's hit a story about the drumhead though.
Yeah, so it was one of Annie's trips down to the studio, and actually before she went to the studio that week, she had a charity event that she wanted to go to. Her producer had a friend, his name was Tom Bresch. Some people might know him from TV back in the day. He's a really great guitar picker. But he had cancer. He'd since passed away, but at the time they did a charity thing for him, and that was one of the charity auction things that they were auctioning off. And I wasn't there yet. I actually had a charity golf outing up here. Golf. I know you
Imagine that he's playing golf, guys.
Imagine that. But yeah, so I was up here playing golf, and I drove down and met Annie down there later. And when I got there, the charity event had already been over. And I said, "Do you know who got that drum head?" Because she knows that I got up in the morning every morning, and play Tesla radio on the Alexa. So she said, "No, I don't really know." But a few hours later, she had one of my goddaughters bring it out and said, "Well, you got it."
I remember her telling that story. I was like, "Oh Lord." She didn't say how much she paid for it or nothing like that. She was like, but
no,
you were like, "Hey, God knows, you know how much one of them probably cost or something like that." And she was like,
she kind of felt me out a little bit to see how much I would have paid for it before,
That's a great story, but
yes.
That is definitely something that you'll treasure forever, right there.
Well, the best part is Troy called me later to thank me.
Oh wow, yeah, I forgot that she did tell me that Troy called you, and Troy, of course, no longer in the band, but he's doing some stuff on his own now.
And with the Guess Who,
yeah. I would love, and me and you talked about this the other night. I would love one more time to see the original band get back together and do a tour. And I mean, with the way reunion tours are going with bands now, and these guys ain't spring chickens anymore either, so they need to do it soon. I think that would be awesome to see Tesla back together again, just like they were when they started. But who knows if we'll ever see that? They did said Kiss would never happen, and that did, but it was all about the money. That was what it ended up with Kiss. But so what we do here, and I'm going to pull the stuff up on the screen. First of all, I've got to do my randomizer so we can see who gets the first pick. Let's see. I've got to change the names up here. Okay. Brian. Should have had this done, but all right. You see right here. That's up there. You see Brian and Stevie up here on the wheel. So I'm going to spin the wheel.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Brian. Oh. Okay. Just so everybody can see. Stevie got picked.
All right.
Really not that much of a difference. But let me pull this up. All right. So now you see all the songs that are on. Can you see that pretty good, Brian?
I can see it.
Okay.
You got to get up a little close, but it's all right.
Hold on. Maybe I can. I don't know if I can make it. Let's see.
I'll be good. I got my little strategy written down. And
you are. Yeah. You okay?
I'm prepared.
I know you are. I got my pad down here too. With. All right. So I get first pick here. You know what though, and it's right out there for it, so I got to take it. I cannot not pick Love Song.
Yeah, you got it.
Love Song is like I said, I could sit there and watch that video over and over again. It's a concert video, and I mean, one of the if we ever do a top 10 power ballads, Love Song is somewhere on that list, and I guarantee it's somewhere high on that list. But just one of those great songs right there that I can listen to over and over again, never get fatigued of. For
sure. And I'll tell you what, that was the top of the list. So at least my strategy is I knew it would come down to one or two songs on that first pick. So you know what I'm going to pick next too, because I'm sure you strategize as well.
Yeah, I've got a feeling.
Yep, you got to go with Modern Day Cowboy.
Yeah. Modern Day Cowboy, and then you get a pick again. So we're going to do it back around, roll back around. So you got 2 picks in a row.
Okay, let's see. I think I've got to go with Little Susie then.
Okay, so I start off kind of slow, but I got to go, and this is like, to me, you pick Modern Day Cowboy. To me, this is like the modern day cowboy off of Great Radio Controversy, Heaven's Trail, No Way Out. And then I got another pick after that.
I love that song too.
Yes. And let's see. I'm gonna go with Changes.
Changes. Right.
Yeah, I love Changes. That was actually, like I said, the first Tesla song I heard. And I think it was somebody's class song at our graduation out there, and I was like, man, this is, it's different. It starts off different, but man, does it get so good. I can listen to that over and over again. All right, so you got 2 picks in a row here.
All right, so I got to go with Hang Tough.
Okay.
Another one of my favorites. And then The Way It Is.
So you didn't mess me up, and I'm gonna pick one here that's kind of a deep cut for this one, but one of my favorites, and I'm picking a lot off Great Radio here. Lady Luck. I just like the rhythm of that. Lady Luck, Took a Walk, When All I Wanted Was Some Company.
Good song.
Yeah, and then, geez. I'm debating between 2 songs right here, and I've got to make up my mind. It's tough. All right, I'm gonna take a chance that this one's still there when it comes back around. So, We're No Good Together. I'm taking that one.
Okay, that's not messing me up at all. All right. So I'm going to go Lazy Days and Crazy Nights. And then Getting Better.
All right. You didn't mess me up at all there. And I'll wait a second before I'll pick to my second pick to pick the one that I really want, because I know it's there. Coming at You Live, I'm going to take that one. And then I'm a sucker for a ballad again. So and this one I think is an underrated ballad for Tesla, one that doesn't get mentioned a lot, but they did a great job on the studio version. Then when they did the 5-man acoustical jam, did a great job on that. Paradise.
All right.
I was waiting for you to mess me up.
Now you're messing me up. All right. All right. So if those are gone, I'm going to have to do Too Late for Love.
Okay.
And Rock Me to the Top.
Okay. So we've got, let's see, I think
we're at 8.
25 songs on both albums. So we can do, let's say we do a 12-song album. We can pick, we'll have 12 picks up here. This is where it gets gonna
get tricky now.
Yeah. Jeez. Easy Come, Easy Go. Wow. This is where it's really getting tough. And I'm going to go with Before My Eyes.
Okay.
All right, you got two.
Okay. I'm going to go with Love Me. And gosh, I'm in between two here. Cover Queen.
Jesus. Son of a. That was what I was going to pick next. All right. Huh. All right. So I'll go with Rock Me to the Top.
We got that one already.
You got that one? You did get
Yeah.
that. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Son of a. This is where it's really getting tough.
Yeah, it's going to get hard. I thought we were doing 10. Are we doing 12?
Well, we can do. Yeah, let's just cut it off at 10 because this.
Want to do 10? All right.
Yeah. So that was your last pick. Then it
That
covered.
was my last one. Yeah.
So this is gonna be mine. Oh, jeez. All right. So I'll end it with Be a Man.
Wow, you picked a couple there that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was. You messed me up with some of them. So. But okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing this now, and then we'll go back. All right. So let's go over this. Brian. He's got Modern Day Cowboy, Little Susie, Hang Tough, The Way It Is, Lazy Days, Crazy Nights, Getting Better, Too Late for Love, Rock Me to the Top, Love Me, and Cover Queen. And I've got Love Song, Heaven's Trail, Changes, Lady Luck, We're No Good Together, Coming At You Live, Paradise, Easy Come, Easy Go, Before My Eyes, and Be a Man. So now what we will do in the next day or so, I'll put this on social media. We'll let the people decide who did the better album. I'm gonna tell you, it looks pretty even to me because there were songs you took from me that I definitely could have wanted on mine. You stole from me.
Yep, and I definitely wanted a couple of yours too.
Yeah. But so Tesla now has come out with a new album, and I have not had a chance to listen to it. It's a live album, but they came out with a video Miles Away, a live video for it. I have not had a chance to listen to that, but you said you had a chance to listen to it. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it's kind of like 8 minutes, and I was a little disappointed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Darn,
I mean,
man.
What did I say in my text to you?
Something like a Van Halen.
It was like Van Halen in the beginning, and then it went to Metallica.
I'm gonna read his text back. It's like a Van Halen Metallica mashup intro, and then 7 minutes of boring repetition.
It was pretty boring after that.
So why we got some more time here. I want to tell you, I told you about I do my album challenge where I listen to these, and I listen to a lot of albums that I probably wouldn't listen to. And let me tell you today, and no offense to anybody that's fans of this group, I listened to the first Korn album. And different.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own thing. If that's what you like, that's fine. But let me tell you guys. And once I start a band on here, I'm going to do the whole discography. But let me tell you, this one was a tough one to get through for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the last song was called Daddy. 17 minutes long.
Yep.
Are you a Korn fan?
I'm mild Korn fan. Some of this stuff is really good. I can't listen to some of that deep stuff. Yeah. I did see them in concert one time.
Oh, really?
Because Chicago was really a hub for music. Concerts and stuff like that, like Lollapalooza. I think Lollapalooza or Ozfest, one of them started here, and it was something else, and it was at the World Music Theater, which was not too far from where I grew up, and I went to this music festival, and gosh, there was like maybe 4 stages. We went to see Korn, and man, interesting people.
Like I said, no offense if you're a fan, but I mean, this is just not something that, I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that don't like Kiss like I do. I mean, that's fine. I think Kiss is good. But Korn, I mean, there were some songs up there that I did enjoy, but majority of it was, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Shoots and Ladders was good.
Yeah.
Need to, that was good. Predictable, I like that. But Daddy is not one that's going to, I mean, even if it was shorter, it would not be on my playlist again. But, whew, and I mean, just got through, and I know you said you're a pretty good GNR fan, right?
I wouldn't say huge, but I play Patience in my set list.
I was getting ready to say, bring that up.
Like them. I think I like them more now than I did back when I was a kid. But when I was a kid, I think I just listened to them to piss off my parents a little bit.
They would definitely do that. But yeah, we just got through the Use Your Illusion Super Deluxe album, 77 songs.
Oh, those are so good too.
Yeah, it was two live sets on there, and they played one of these live sets. They played 27 songs. Can you imagine? Because he makes the comment, gosh, it's after like the 20th song. He said, we're just gonna make this concert a little bit longer. Can you imagine being at that? Axl of all, as many times as he walks off the stage to say, we're gonna make this concert a little bit longer. I guess he was trying to make up for it, but
maybe
it was.
I mean, that was unheard of back then, though, to put out that much music at one time.
Yeah. Do you remember? Did you go buy Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 when it came out?
I did.
Yeah, I did too.
Piss off my parents.
I mean, it was nothing like and granted, I love the fact that I can get on my phone or my iPad and bring up music just like that. But there was nothing like going to the record store the day something come out, because you've been looking forward to it, and you didn't read about it on the internet. You read about it in magazines and Hit Parader and Circus, and you were ready to go. And then just having that in your hand, like, I'm ready to get home and listen to this, or listen to it on the way in the car. But yeah, it was nothing like that back then.
No, not at all. Appetite was a really great album though too.
Appetite was, to me, when you really get down to and listen to Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, it's okay. Everybody was caught up in that GNR hype, and then with putting 2 albums out at one time, there's some good songs on that, but top to bottom, Appetite by far, and I know I'll probably catch some flack from this. The Appetite buries Use Your Illusion 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And just looking at some other stuff I listed, what kind of country music do you listen to now?
So I'm new to country.
Okay.
Andy pulled me away from hair metal, kicking and screaming. But I think I transitioned really well with Hardy. Hardy's really rock country. And then I kind of listen to some stuff that's probably a little bit more off the wall, more rockish. Like Warren Zeters, Brian Martin. Or good stuff.
Warren Zeters.
But then I listen to Zach Bryan or Zach Brown Band, and Blake Shelton.
I love Blake.
So yeah.
But yeah, country for me, like, I was a big country fan, like I said, after Garth came out with No Senses. And then now since in this last decade or so, where country sounded like pop country, excuse me, I kind of got away from it. And then my daughter kind of got me back into it. When we'll go out to eat, like once a week, we'll go eat lunch or something. And she'll say, Daddy, of course she gets control of the music, and she plays some stuff. And I'll be like, okay, tell me who that is. Tell me who that is. And then I'll go back and add it to the list and listen to it, like Morgan Wallen. When he's saying that's Flower Shops. That
Yep,
is
yep.
a freaking awesome song there. I mean, I fell in love with that because I was like, why don't you play that Flower Shop song in? And she kind of looked at me like, you like that song, don't you? And I was like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know, Stevie, if you look at the music row charts, like those three guys, Morgan Wallen, Ernest, and Hardy, they write so many of the country songs that are on the
Yeah.
top of the right now today.
Yeah. And Morgan's going through a tough time right now with his voice. So my daughter was filling me in on that. But hopefully he'll be okay. All right. So we come to this point, and I don't know if I filled you in on this or not. I don't know if you remember with Andy, the 2-minute drill.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
The 2-minute drill.
I watched a few of your podcasts.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna put you in the 2-minute drill.
All right.
So you tell you're ready now. Okay.
I'm ready.
Favorite album? Woof.
Justice for All.
Oh, Metallica.
I'm gonna go with Metallica.
Okay. Have you listened to 72 Seasons yet?
No. I've heard a couple of them off of there because my nephew is really into some of the new stuff, and he's been asking us about the old stuff.
I'm in the middle of it now, and I'm about halfway through, and I can tell you it's good. It's really good. Coke or Pepsi?
If I'm gonna have Captain or Jack, it's Coke. But if I want a sugary snack, it's Pepsi.
I got you. Favorite artist or group?
Current or all time?
All time, and then we can go current too.
I'd say Hardy current, all time Metallica.
Okay. Lake or ocean?
Ocean.
Annie's. I don't know
needs
what
to buy me a boat. Yeah,
I don't know what this means. She's just saying after that one, so I don't know what that means. Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
First concert you ever went to?
Clash of the Titans, Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer.
That's like, isn't that 3 of the big 4 there?
You know who opened for him?
Who?
Alice in Chains.
Oh wow! Are you a big Alice in Chains fan?
I like them more now than I did back then too. But I did like them back then too. I do. I'm a Chains fan.
You messed up, buddy. I just figured out why she said
What did she say? Oh my God. Annie Vander is my favorite artist.
Annie Vander. That was a trick question. Me and Annie got together to ask that. What was a trick question? We were testing. No, not really. Favorite sport? Oh gosh, I know what this is.
I'm a little untraditional this way. I don't like to watch sports.
Right.
I like to do them. And unfortunately, I can't do this too much anymore. But cycling, man, I love cycling.
See, I could never do the cycling thing. I tried riding bikes and stuff. I'd rather run because I do a lot of running, but you can't tell it. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to drop weight, and I'm gonna tell you this: ever since COVID, because I could get myself back into shit because I would run in the summer a lot in the summertime in the hot months. And then when winter would come, some reason I just can't get outside. I can't put on like 2 layers of clothes to get out there and sweat. So I would have to get back in shape once it started getting warmer, and it would take me a little while, but I'd get back where I could run. Oh shoot, I could run 5 miles at a time. But ever since COVID, no, it's like
I got really good at the treadmill. When I was doing that stuff,
that would be a good investment right here. And Annie said, "Duh, she needed to be." So. All right, first we just talked about first concert. Favorite TV show?
TV, probably Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Can't get into that.
I love everything Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead. Dead.
My brother watches all of it, and he tells every time we go eat at my parents', he's over there telling my daughter, you need to watch Walking Dead. This. I was like, how much freaking Walking Dead can there be? I guess there's a lot of it.
Well, again, that's something that changes too, right?
Yeah.
So, I haven't seen anything good in a while since then.
For me, what was it? in the last, because we didn't always have, we just got like high speed internet here, like maybe a year and a half ago. So streaming came, and I was like, okay, I've got to catch up on some of these, like Cobra Kai. I
That's
loved
good.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Stranger Things, we were big Stranger Things fan. Then I don't know if you've if you've ever checked out the Peacemaker.
Yeah.
John
That's pretty
Cena.
funny.
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I loved Peacemaker. And then the it should be about time for another season of this. The show they did about the Lakers, the Showtime. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Had John C. Riley, who played on Step Brothers with Will Ferrell. He played the owner of the Lakers, and they had like Magic. They had Kareem. People playing Magic, Kareem. It was loosely based on the real story about what was going on with him. That was really good. I'm waiting for season 2 of that. But
Yeah. There seems to be a lot of good shows with that theme, like loosely based off of a
loosely
real
based
thing.
on, yeah.
Yeah, like Succession is after the Rupert Murdoch family, Billions after Stevie Cole.
Now I need to watch that. Was that good?
Which one? Both of them are good.
Succession.
Succession is good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there should be a new season of that one coming up pretty soon too.
Yeah. Okay. Pineapple on pizza.
Absolutely, dude. Stevie, I'm from Chicago. You can't even ask that. You don't put pineapple on your pizza.
All right. Favorite movie?
I just busted out my accent for that too.
You did. And see, I can't control. We got another comment. I don't know who this is. You're just coming up, Facebook user, so you need to identify yourself. They put hey in there, waving their hands emoji. So, favorite movie?
I like the Fast and the Furious.
You like that whole series?
I love that. Yeah.
Have you seen the new one yet?
No, don't ruin it for me.
I haven't. Well, I haven't finished watching it, but yeah. I was informed. I was informed Aquaman was the. It's Nicole. Nicole from Brickshore Media has showed up.
Oh, hey Nicole.
What's up, girl? Appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you putting this together for us. So yeah, the Fast and Furious. At first, I wasn't that big of a fan, and then I got late one night. I guess I couldn't sleep or something. I was flipping through channels, and the first one was on. Now, the ones that don't have anything to do with like the Vin Diesel and them when he's not in, like the Tokyo Drift one?
The Tokyo Drift one.
I'm not a big fan of that one.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that one. But the rest of them, yeah, I can sit there and watch that. Favorite song?
This one's gonna be probably off the wall for you too, but I'm gonna go Fly to the Angels, Slaughter.
I am a huge Slaughter fan. When they were, before they were Slaughter, when Strum and Slaughter were in Vinnie Vincent Invasion, that's when I became.
Knew you were gonna go there.
Yes, I was. Look, the only reason I bought that cassette was because, at the time Vinnie was, you didn't know Vinnie was kind of cuckoo, but because he was a member of Kiss, so I bought the tape and I wore that tape out. So an underrated song, and I don't know if you've ever heard this one before. Off the All System Go album, Vinnie Vincent Invasion, That Time of Year.
No, I haven't heard it.
You need to check that out. I guarantee you'll like it. If that had been Bon Jovi or Def Leppard at the time singing that song, it would have been a huge hit. I mean, I'm serious. Check that one out.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is about Fly to the Angels. It just hits.
That first album was great top to bottom for me. The first 2 albums, and then of course grunge came along, and I don't care what people say that are grunge fans. Grunge, they keep saying grunge didn't kill hair metal. Grunge did kill hair metal, which it was time for it to go out, but grunge killed all interest in hair metal. I mean, everybody was Pearl Jam, everybody was Stone Temple Pilots. Who else was it out there? I'm not Nirvana.
Chains, Chains was part of that. Seattle, the whole Seattle thing.
Some of that I could handle, but I just never really got into much grunge. And I'm listening to more to grunge now with this album challenge, and some of it I do like more than I thought I would. So, all right. So we all know pretty much what you like as far as music goes. Your guilty pleasure, something that is on your playlist or on your Apple or Spotify that people might be surprised to know.
Lainey Wilson.
Hey, she's good. Now she's
Amazing.
good.
Just amazing.
There's one song my daughter.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll tell you why. It's because I kind of feel like a lot of the women in country, today are all going toward this same kind of like sound, and it's kind of garbled, and they do some kind of thing with their voice. It's where they're kind of, I don't know, it's like a bubble in their throat, right?
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, you're right.
But I really dig, stuff like Lainey Wilson, where she's kind of like bringing back the old, Loretta Lynn type.
Exactly.
And, I just dig it. It's really, and she's just amazing.
The one song that my daughter is wearing out on the way where we're going, "Cooking with Grease."
Oh yeah, she played that at the ACMs or at CMA.
She loves that song, and I was like, "This is catchy. And I can see what you're talking about with she's bringing back like the Loretta Lynn sound, because it's different than what you're hearing from most of the females out there now.
Dolly, very Dolly.
Oh yeah. All right, so last one. If you could collaborate with any artist, living or dead, who would it be?
Well, just because I'm kind of gravitating more toward country right now, I'd say, Hardy.
Okay.
Hardy, Morgan Wallen, those three that they're all right together. Gosh, I mean, those guys would be awesome to hang with. I think too. Just listening to their music. I mean, how fun.
I'll tell you this: the first time, because like I said, I was getting back into the country stuff, and I'd been hearing about Hardy. And being the big wrestling fan I am, I was watching a pay-per-view one night, and he played live that night. And there was a friend of mine. I was like, before he went on, I was like, I've heard a lot of good stuff about this Hardy guy. I'm be interested to see what. And I don't know if he was having a bad night or what, but oh my God, it was awful. I was like, this is awful. And my friend was like, yeah, I don't know where they got this guy from, but I was like, he's supposed to be big. So I talked to my daughter the next day about it. I was like, and she listened to it. And she was like, oh no, that was bad. That was bad for him. So we listened to a book stuff of him. What was it? Get in the truck.
Wait in the truck. Yeah.
Wait in the truck.
Wilson,
I like that. And he performed that on the ACMs that night. And I was like, that's really good. So I can see Hardy.
Yeah. You know what though? I mean, I feel like he does kind of like he's not really polished live.
Yeah.
But gosh, the way he writes. I mean, listen to his song "A Rock." I mean, he just transitions the way what a rock means. Like 5 different times in that song.
We listened to that song the next day too. She said, "I'm gonna play you some Hardy," and you're right. I was more impressed with the lyrics in that song than I have been with, lyrics to a song in a long time. Because he used so many different meanings for the word rock that time. It's great. You're right. That's really good songwriting right there.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll have to listen to more Hardy. I did listen to one of his albums, and I liked it better studio version than live. I'll put it that way. So I'm going to give him a chance. So as far as your music goes, what have you got going on now? Are we anything on the horizon for Brian?
So we're close to releasing my first song, and I'm pretty excited about that. I think it was kind of a sympathy thing with Ann. she's gonna yell at me for this, but I think she kind of knew I was going down and sitting with her in the studio, and she kind of wanted just to include me in something instead of just sitting there being a fly on the wall, right? And I had been kind of dabbling with things anyway because I picked up guitar a few years ago. And been working with a coach, and he was helping me write a couple of things that just weren't going right for me, and I never kind of finished. And then one of my songs actually inspired her song Tonight, which was really neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she wrote Tonight, and then we were down there in the studio. She's like, well, why don't the three of us with her producer write a song together? So when we then took kind of the idea of Tonight and wrote my version of how we met. And that's
Oh, so this
it's
is gonna
it's
be
called
like kind
Heaven
of
in the
like
Country. Yeah, it's called Heaven in
okay.
the Country. We still got to get some graphics together, but once we do that, we should be getting rolling on releasing that probably in the next 6 to 8 weeks.
So do the stories match up?
No, they don't match up.
That's usually how it goes. You see it one way, she sees it the other. Yeah. So the stories don't match up. So Tonight and Heaven in the Country. That's I mean, you got a time frame on when we might hear this?
I'm hoping 6 to 8 weeks. I'm
Okay.
Stevie, I'll let you listen to
Oh yeah. I was hoping you were going to say that, but
it.
anyway. Well, Brian, coming on tonight. This is going to be the first of many. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about because we have pretty much the same interest in music on some things. And we've talked, gosh, and I think what is Nicole's boyfriend's name? Jim?
Jim, yeah. Jim
Yes, that night,
right.
last Friday live, last Friday live we did, we talked for like 2 hours back and forth between us three. And he might be coming on the show soon too. We'll have to get all three of us on and talk, have like a round table discussion on
yeah, block off 2 hours.
that's what, and guess what? Great minds think alike. Because Nicole just put that up. We should do a live with all three of you. We will definitely
Yeah.
make that happen and have a roundtable discussion on music. And we'll have to come up with a list of artists, and we'll just throw it out there and see what everybody thinks of that. Because I'm sure there'll be some bands that we come up with that maybe the other ones won't like or think a lot of. But Brian, thank you so much, God. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Coming
Thanks for
on,
having
and
me.
we will see who did a better Tesla album. We'll have, oh yeah, Annie's putting this up. The Guys Bonded,
Right.
and it's all because of you, Annie. It's all
That's
because of
right.
you. Yeah, but
My favorite
thank you so.
artist, right?
Yeah, our favorite artist. Oh, I can't say that. You have to, but I can't. I can't say that. I've got to be diplomatic here. But thank you again, buddy, and we'll see you again really soon.
Thank you.
Guys, that is Brian Meulen on the Fly.